Good morning, students. This is the time for computer class, and I am your computer teacher. We are continuing the lesson MS Word. Let us have a quick recap of some of the topics that we have discussed in these videos. The first is the definition of word processor. So simply, what is a word processor? We can say the application software or program which help us in processing the text is called word processing software or simply a word processor. So it can perform the following task, like we can type our text, we can correct spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, we can align text within margins, can offer a variety of font style and font sizes, can see the preview of the text that we have typed in. Now comes the topic application of a word processor. So word processor can process the following documents like brochures, newsletter, reports, advertisement, resumes and cover letters, books, directories, web pages. So how to start the MS Word? First of all, click on the start button, then click on the word. The word window will appear and the starting screen of the word is known as the backstage view. Click on the blank document to create a new document. Or there are many other options, like we can double click on the word icon which is on the desktop, or we can go to the start button, can click on the MS Office option. From there we can choose the MS Word 2007 and then when we click on it, a blank window appears where we have to select the blank document option and then click on create button and the MS Word window will appear before us. Now we come to the topic components of MS Word window. So there are several components of MS Word like title bar, ribbon, vertical ruler, status bar, view button, text area, zoom pointer, scroll bar, horizontal ruler, cursor, tabs, etc. So we come to the topic title bar. What is title bar? It is located at the top of the Word window. It displays the title of the application and the name of the file that is open. It also contains the quick access toolbar. Now what is quick access toolbar? It provides the shortcut of few commands like save, undo, repeat, email commands, etc. Next we have tabs. What are tabs? The tabs are located below the title bar. Various tab buttons are File tab, Home tab, Insert tab, Design, Layout, etc. Next we have ribbon. What is ribbon? We can say that the ribbon gives us all the options related to each tab. A tab contains several options and the similar type of options are grouped under a particular name called ribbon. Next we have rulers. There are two types of ruler in Word. The first is the horizontal ruler and the next is the vertical ruler. We can use this ruler to change the format of our document. Next is text area. What is text area? So just below the horizontal ruler is a large area called the text area. We type our text in this area. Next is scroll bar. What is scroll bar? Generally the scroll bars are used to move the pages up or down, left or right. So there are two types of scroll bar, vertical and horizontal. They are used to move the pages up and down, left or right. Next we have status bar. So status bar is located at the bottom of the screen. It displays the important and varied information about the document such as page number, number of words. Next we have view buttons. They are located on the right side of the status bar. They show the different types of views like read mode, print layout, web layout. Next we have zoom pointer. It is located on the right side of status bar. It can be moved left or right to zoom out or to zoom in. Next topic that we have discussed is creating a new document. How can we create a new document? The shortcut key to create a new document is Ctrl+N. The second step is click on the File tab, click on the New option, and then click on the blank document. A new document will appear. The next topic that we have discussed is adding the text in a document. So the text can be added by simply typing it from the keyboard at the cursor position. So we have also discussed about the certain type of keys which are used to move the cursor on the screen, like arrow keys. They are used to move the cursor around the document. Page up and page down key. They are used to move the cursor up and down of the screen. Home key. It is used to move to the beginning of the line. End key brings the cursor to the end of the line. Ctrl+Home to the beginning of the document, and Ctrl+End to the end of the document. Next, we have discussed how to save a file. The shortcut key to save a file is Ctrl+S. We can also use the following method, like click on File tab, click on Save As option, select the location, type the name of the file in the name box, click on the Save button. Next, how to close a document. First of all, we have to click on the File tab, then select the Close option. A dialog box will appear asking if we want to save the work we have done. So we have the option of save, don't save, and cancel. We can click on the button according to our requirement. We have also discussed about the difference between the exit and close option. Next is opening an existing document. How can we open an existing document? So click on the File tab, select the Open option, can click on the Browse button. A open dialog box will appear. Select the location where the file that you have stored, select the name of the file, and then click on the Open button. The file will be opened. Next topic that we have discussed is editing a document. So the changes can be made in the document even after typing the text. Making changes in the text is called editing. The text need to be selected to perform, like copying, moving, formatting, finding, etc. Next, we have discussed word wrapping. What is word wrapping? So with the help of Word, we have the option the MS Word automatically wraps around the last word of the current line to the next line when the cursor reaches the right margin. So every time when we reach to the right of the margin, we don't have to press the enter key. The cursor automatically comes down to the next line. This is word wrapping. Next is selecting the text. How can we select the text? We can select the text by the help of mouse and keyboard. We have also discussed about how to select the text by mouse and how to select the text by keyboard. Next topic that we have discussed is inserting the text. To insert the text in the existing document, take the cursor to the location where the text has to be typed. Now type the text. Next topic that we have discussed is copying the text. Copying text means to make a duplicate copy of the text. It keeps the text as the original location as well as copy it to the another location. So the different steps to copy the text and we have discussed in our videos. Next is moving the text. Moving the text means to move the text from the original location to a new location. This process is similar to copying. We can use the cut button and paste button for moving the text. The next topic that we have discussed is deleting the text. So any text of a document can be deleted easily, first by selecting it and then by pressing the delete key. We have also discussed about the difference between the backspace key and the delete key. The backspace key can be used to delete a text or a word by positioning the cursor at the particular word or place and pressing the backspace key. The backspace key deletes the text to the left of the cursor, whereas the delete key deletes the text to the right of the cursor. These are the basic difference between the delete key and the backspace key. So now we are going to discuss about the formatting. What is formatting? So formatting refers to changing the appearance of a document to make it look more attractive. So the formatting means it refers to changing the appearance. It refers to changing the appearance of a document to make it look attractive. So formatting refers to changing the appearance of a document so that our content and the documents look attractive. So how can we format a document? We can format a document by changing the font type, the font size, the font styles, adjusting the line spacing, managing the tab settings, aligning the text, and various activities. So there are two types of formattings. The first is the character formatting and the next is the paragraph formatting. So we have two types of formatting. Two types of formatting are there. The first is the character formatting. So what does the character formatting do? It is applicable to the selected text only. We can say it is applied to selected text only. And number two, we have paragraph formatting. Paragraph formatting, so it is applicable to the entire paragraph, means it is applied to entire paragraph. So what is formatting? We can say that it refers to the changing the appearance of the document. There are two types of formatting. The first is the character formatting and the second is the paragraph formatting. The character formatting is applied to selected text, whereas the paragraph formatting is applied to make the entire paragraph. So the formatting can be applied using the home tab only. So remember, for formatting we use home tab. Home tab is used for formatting over here, remember. So the following features are used to emphasize the text. The first is the bold tag. So it is used to make the selected text bold or darker than the normal text. Next we have italic text, I. So it is used to make the selected text change to italic. Italic means little tilted. Next we have underline text. It is used to make the selected text underline. Whenever we click on U button, the selected text gets underlined. Next we have strike through button. So after selecting the text, whenever we click on strike through a line, it indicates that something has to be changed or deleted, and a line of the horizontal type appears on the selected text. So this means that something has to be changed or deleted. Next we have subscript button. To make the selected text in the subscript form below the line. And next we have superscript option to make the selected text appear above the certain line. So these were some of the formatting commands. Now we come to the topic formatting the text character. Formatting the text character. So we can format the text in a document by changing the font type, font style, font size, font color, etc. For this we have to go to the home tab, and from the home tab we have to click on the font group option. So formatting the text character, we have to move to the home tab. From the home tab we have to click on the font option, font group, say font group, and there the font dialog box launcher will appear. Say this is the font, and a dialog box launcher of this type will appear. As soon as we click on this, the window of font will appear before us, where we have different font options, like we can set the font text, the font colors, the font size, the underline, the effects like strike through, double strike through, superscript, subscript, small caps, all caps, hidden, etc. And we also have a preview. We will also have a preview text over here, so that whatever changes is made can be seen in the preview. We will also have the option of text and cancel. After doing the necessary formatting, we can select on the OK button, and our formatting will be applied on the selected text. Now comes the topic changing font typeface and size. Changing font typeface and size. So the character of the specific size and design used for typing the text are called font. So this is an important definition. What is font? So remember, the character of a specific size and design used for typing the text are called fonts. So there are many types of fonts that are available in MS Word. We can open the Word and can select the font typeface, and there are also different types of font sizes. So in order to apply the fonts, what we have to do, first of all select the text, click on the home tab, then go to the font box. We have the font box like this over here, where different types of fonts name option will be available. Click on the drop down arrow, different types of font name will be appeared. We can select any of the font name from the list. We also have the option of font size. Remember, the default font typeface is Calibri, CALIBRI. This is the default font typeface, and the default font size is 11. Remember over here. So default font typeface is Calibri, and the default font size is 11. So now we come to the topic changing the text color and text highlights. So till now students, what we have discussed in this video, we have discussed about what is formatting. It refers to changing the appearance of a document to make it look more attractive. What are the different types of formattings? Character formatting and paragraph formatting. Next, different types of formatting emphasis: bold, italic, underline, strike through, subscript, superscript. How can we format the text character? How can we change the font typeface and size? What is font? What is the default font typeface? And what is the default font size? Now we are going to discuss about the changing the font color and the text highlight. Changing text color and text highlight. Changing text color and text highlight. So we can make our document look colorful and attractive by selecting the appropriate foreground and background color for our text. Foreground means the front color and background means the color behind the text. So we should follow the following steps to change the color of the text. First is select the text, click on the home tab, then click on the down arrow key of the font color button. A theme color box will appear. A theme color box will appear of this type, where we have several small colors in the box. We can select from them over here the desired color that we want to select. We can have a click on it. We can also change the background color of the text by clicking on the down arrow key of the text highlight color button of the font group. From the home tab, we can select the appropriate color and can click on it. So this is how we can change the text color and the text highlight. Now we come to the topic changing the text alignment. Changing text alignment. So what is alignment? It refers to positioning of text on the pages. So alignment refers to the positioning. Alignment refers to the positioning of text on a page. So alignment refers to the positioning of text on a page. We can either set the alignment before typing the text, or after typing the text also we can select the document and can set the alignment. So there are 4 types of alignment. There are 4 types of alignment that Word provides. That MS Word provides. First is left alignment. Second is right alignment. Left align, right align, center, and fourth is justify. So we generally have 4 types of alignment: left align, right align, center, and justify. So the button of left align will be in this way. This is the button of left align, right align, center, and then justify. So these are the buttons on the standard toolbar also. So we can use the 4 types of alignment according to our requirement. So these were some of the topics that we have discussed in these videos. First of all, we have discussed formatting, the types of formattings, character formatting and paragraph formatting, different types of font emphasis, formatting the text character, changing the font typeface and size, what is font, the default font typeface and size. Next, changing the text color and the text highlight, what is alignment, what are the different types of alignment. The discussion about the alignments and their different alignments will be done in the next video. Thank you.